Grab the zealous brothers for the law, we finna slide. Gather all the tribes of Jacob, tell them we outside. We the chosen people, y'all the fluke, you learn from us. Firstborn of Abraham, he kicked y'all out because of us. Red House Woolly Hair, we screaming ding.
And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers.
So that's why we asked you, sis, what your nationality was. Because the so-called white man called you African American, called you West Indian, and all these other Bible. But according to the Bible, you come from the tribe of Benjamin.
Yeah.
And Benjamin was a those were mighty brothers, those were mighty warriors in the Bible. They were men of valor, of higher stature. And they were swift killers.
Yeah.
The warriors, they knew how to get down with these other nations. So how did these people get over here to this here land?
Well, actually, I believe we was all over because we're part of this whole world belongs to us. But when you want to say how do these people of the Benjamin, of West Indian, so-called, or all these people?
No.
Just Benjamin tribe, of West Indian blacks.
Well, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, we got the southern kingdom.
Are you asking me how did these? When you say
Everybody,
these people?
hold on. We got the southern kingdom. These here three tribes. Everybody else, they're from the northern kingdom. So-called Mexicans, so-called Native Americans.
Yeah, they're part of us.
Right.
You know, the Mexicans was actually
Yeah,
the original ones was darker than me.
Yeah.
The original ones was darker than me.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, we know that. We know that for
we know
sure.
that.
Yeah.
So, how did they get to? You said.
How did our forefathers get over here to so-called America?
Well, actually, I believe we was already here, and we traveled, just like how we traveling now, but we didn't travel like in cars. We didn't travel in cars. We walked. I believe we walked and stuff. And we traveled by the sun, by the universe, and for directions and stuff, and the people, and all of that.
Second Ezra 13.
Yeah.
So I believe we traveled by using what God gave us.
Sis, hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
1 second. I hear you. How did so-called black people get over here to the Americas?
To America?
Yeah.
Well, like I said, black people was already here. Like the indigenous people of this land was already
We know
here.
that, but how did the so-called black man, the Negro, the nigger, that they call today, how did we get over here?
Well, I believe the Negro got over from
How? What form of transportation?
when you mentioned the white man, the devil, and all of that. So I believe what transportation. I believe he was brought over without going against his will.
No, sis, listen. What form of transportation?
Oh, what form of transportation?
Did they bring us over here? That's
They
why I
say the
asked,
boats.
how's that?
They say the boats.
Bring it
That's
out.
what they say.
Is that true or is it false?
I don't know.
Hey, hold on,
So-
Salaki. So, how long
That's
have
what
Native
they say.
Americans and
That's what
indigenous
they
been here?
say.
How long have
The
indigenous?
so-called Negro.
How long have indigenous people been?
Indigenous people?
Yeah.
Forever.
So
we,
they
we
never-
can't put a time of when we got here.
But what if we tell you that we can't?
Yeah.
You can't put a time on us.
No.
Because we are nations.
Listen,
We're foreign nations.
sis. Hold on real quick. What if we can show you that there is a time step when they got over here?
Right.
No, we can prove it.
Right.
It's in the Bible, sis.
You gotta read. That's what's
Right.
wrong with our people. That's why they never know anything because they
do.
don't read.
I
But if you
read.
read, you will understand that
Right.
there is a time when they got here,
You're
when
right.
no one was in this
But-
land.
But I'm saying that we as a people always been here.
Hold on,
Isn't
hold on,
that
hold on,
right?
hold
Right,
on,
wrong. We
hold on.
always been here.
Hold on,
You
sis,
say
listen.
indigenous people.
Hold on, Salaki. They've only been here for 20. The first people got here in the 7th century BC, which is 2,700 years ago. There
Right.
was no people in this land.
Right.
The indigenous was the first ones that came here, and we can prove that to you. That's what we're telling you.
Con.
That's what we're trying to show you.
Uh-huh.
So, That's why you have the images and the pictures of the slave ships. They have these up in the museums in the South and some in the North. They have the evidence. So supposedly that we came over here. No, we did come up over here on those slave ships.
You're talking about America.
Here, yes.
Okay. Okay.
Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Back into bondage, because that's what we were. And again, over there during the time of Pharaoh and Moses.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
We will not see our homeland again. That's why we're still here. So this is that.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
Auction blocks. You know that they showed us up in those 1960 movies, in some of those 1930s and 40s movies, the black and white. They were showing us, but they took it and they had dramatized it and made it a form of entertainment. That's the sad part about it, because we didn't pay attention to it. We just took it as, oh, it's just something up on television, because they had created those things, but they also made them so that they can look back and they can remember about what their forefathers did to us. Look what we did to these niggas. And look, they like watching these movies. They like watching The Color Purple. That was a wicked movie. Did you know that? Because all the show was.
I'm not into the Color Purple. I have not seen it. Don't want to see it.
Right. But they had did that movie to show black people in a negative way and how we treated one another. But they didn't show that they were the ones that instigated that. Okay? So they had took themselves out of the picture and just had this picture and was like, look how these people treat one another. But that Deuteronomy, that's how we got over there, our forefathers. Now we're gonna show you how the so-called Native Americans, Mexicans, and Puerto Ricans got up over here. Read that.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13 and verse 40. These are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoner out of their own land in the time of Hosea, the king whom Salmanasseh, the king of Assyria, led away captive. And he carried them over the waters. And so came they into another land. But they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt.
So they had spoke amongst themselves and said that we got to get up out of here because these people are trying to destroy us. So what you said somewhat was partially true. Yeah, we did travel across the waters, and it took about a year for us to get here. That's why they was watching the sun, the moon, and everything, and the stars. Yeah, that's how the northern tribe was. They were, I think it was like two other tribes that were, they navigated by the stars and the moon at nighttime.
But they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go further into a country where never mankind dwelt, that they might keep their statutes which they never kept in their own land. And they entered into the Euphrates by the narrow passages of the river. For the Most High then showed signs of Salakia for them, and held still the flood till they were passed over.
He has stopped any storms or anything to stop them from making it from over there to over here. So he gave them a safe passage.
Just because you got a Bible doesn't mean. For though that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half.
It took them a year and a half to get over here across the waters.
And the same region is called Austria.
It's not America, sis. Read it.
And the same region is called Austria. Then dwelt they there until the latter time, and now when shall begin to come.
So, you see, a land is not called America. It's originally called according to the Bible, normally the Most High would give it that their name because you don't hear nobody else ever speaking that name of this here land.
Yeah, I mean,
America comes
America's
from.
not called America, Africa's not called Africa, and all the other continents.
Amerigo Vespucci and Cyprico Africanus, those are two Italians. They had their hands in the transatlantic slave trade.
Okay.
So when they conquered the southern continent, so-called Africa, they named the continent, Africanus named it Africa. Just because you had conquered the lower portion of it, they named the whole land Africa. And then when Christopher Columbus and them came up over here, killing Columbus, Vespucci, I think he was a map maker. Who? Vespucci, was he the map maker or was he
Amerigo Vespucci, he was the navigator.
Yeah, the navigator. So when they came over here and they had conquered this here land, which the northern tribes was here, like you said, but they weren't always here. When they got here, they kept the commandments, but they went off because they started worshiping again. The totem pole, they were worshiping beasts.
Right.
They got into worshiping the sun and the moon. They started doing all these blood rituals and sacrifices, believing that they want to get some sort of power. So that's why the so-called Native Americans damn near got wiped out by the so-called white man. So yes, you have some form of understanding about the people and how they got here, but they are the northern tribe, and the Most High basically punished them for what they did.
Okay.
So you got any questions?
Oh yeah, I do. Now this, I was trying to pronounce this one right here. How do you pronounce it?
Issachar.
This one.
Issachar.
Issachar?
Yeah.
Okay.
What about Issachar?
Mexican, Asiatic? Did I say Asiatic?
Aztecs.
Okay.
The Aztecs,
And
the
these-
Mayans, and the Incas,
Yeah.
they're the so-called Mexicans and the Guatemalans, the Puerto Ricans and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
And they're all family, but we hate one another. Give me a
Now, how do you pronounce this one right here? Is that what did you say? Is that
It's a Z.
Is that Simeon?
Zebulon.
That's everyone.
is that a Z?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, the Mayans, I see. Okay.
So and knowing that you're from the tribe of Benjamin, and knowing that these are the Most High's chosen people, why did you choose us out of all the other nations?
You said why?
Yeah, why would you choose us?
Because we were the ones, the children of God. We was the ones that we was the ones that followed the laws of God, and we was the chosen ones, the chosen people that followed the laws of all law, which I call God all law. You know, all law, God law.
We're going to read that first.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God.
You know what holy means?
Yeah.
What does it mean?
Holy to me means do not touch or do not change or touch it and change it and stuff. Follow the laws of God. We're not supposed to touch it and change it.
According to the Bible, holy means separated, set apart.
Okay.
So he's saying that we are holy unto him.
Okay.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people. But because the Lord loved you,
because he loves us. That's why he chose us, is because he loves us.
and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers.
Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the oath, the promise, the covenants that he made with them during the time of Moses.
Hath the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt.
So even then, the Most High was there protecting us. He was always watching over us.
Go up to 14.
First Chronicles 16 and 14.
Bring it out.
He is the Lord our God.
You hear that, sis? He is our God.
His judgments are in all the earth. Be ye mindful always of his covenant, the words which he commanded to 1,000 generations, even of the covenant which he had made with Abraham.
So this here is going into our forefathers and that vow. So Abraham was the first.
And of his other unto Isaac.
The second son, Shalaki, the first son,
and have confirmed the same to Jacob for a law.
the third son. So Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the law was given only to us. It wasn't given to the entire earth. So that all and law and commandments that you may see, hear, or read, or somebody may tell you, that's only for us. That wasn't for the entire earth.
Right, still got some.
Read that.
And have confirmed the same to Jacob for a law and to Israel for an everlasting covenant.
So, what the brother read up in Deuteronomy, that 1,000 years, we're that 1,000 years remnants today. We are the chosen people, and the Most High never took us back on promise. He kept the promise. He's keeping that promise right now. So do you know any laws that you should be keeping?
Laws?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should say, do you keep the commandments? Yeah.
I do keep the commandments. I do.
Are you sure?
Yes, I do keep the. I am sure. I keep the. Pardon me?
You eat pork?
I do not eat pork. No.
No?
I do not eat pork.
All praises. She said that with some.
I do not eat pork. No.
You eat shrimp, crab, lobster?
I do not eat shrimp.
All praises.
I don't eat shrimp. I don't eat pork. I don't eat lobster. I don't eat crab. I don't eat catfish. I don't eat.
That's why you don't eat them right there at your foot. You see that?
That's basically what it is in the water.
Yeah. It's like the pig of the sea, of the water.
Right.
Yeah. It's not good for us, my people, for our bodies. You know, not just our body, our mind, our energy, our spirit, everything. It's not good.
Right.
It's not good for us to eat. And yeah.
Right, because I was just watching some documentaries up on aquatic life, and those things are not meant for us to digest.
You're right.
He has created that life cycle in the ocean. So all the bottom feeders, there are certain aquatic life that eat those. Mainly the octopus. The octopus, they like starfish. They eat the crabs, the shrimp, the lobsters, the clams, and all that stuff, so that the new life from those things can come up. So now they're going to continue the process of keeping the ocean clean of all the impurities and stuff. But because man decided, so-called white man, the Asian man, Japanese man, all these people decide that that's a delicatessen. They put a value on it now. Bottom feeders are very expensive. They charge damn near $200 for a damn one of them damn blue lobsters. And people don't even know that you eat something that eats basically shit.
Yeah, just like the pig.
So why would you eat something that eats its own feces?
Exactly. The pig was made for the land to clean up the garbage and everything else for the land.
Right.
And yeah. Yeah.
And that's why our people have health issues
That's
eating
why
bottom feeders.
You're
Because the
right.
body does not, our bodies do not digest that
It's
stuff.
not, like I said, it's not
All they doing is
you're
they
right.
taking it, they putting the butter on there, they putting the little garlic salt, the spices on there, they talking about good. That's why they're dying. That's why they got the high blood pressure. That's why women got the
Heathens, ran past.
I gotta watch these here. But yeah, that's why we got diabetes. It's high up in our people because that's all we eat. Because that's all we got up in our neighborhood. All these fry joints,
Yeah.
even the catfish.
Yeah.
We got that 17 and everything's eating. So this is what you're supposed to be eating in the oceans and from the rivers and streams.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 11 and verse 9. These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters. Whatsoever hath fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat. And all that have not fins and scales in the seas, and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
They are an abomination unto the Most High. It's an abomination. This even eating rabbits,
Yeah.
squirrels, eating duck, goose. We're not supposed to be eating those things. He gave us the fowl of the land, which is the chicken and the turkey. That's really the only.
Really not supposed to be eating the chicken either.
What?
If you ever watch how a chicken move on the land on the farm, a
So-
chicken will eat mice and a lot of other stuff.
Well, I never
on
seen
the
a
farm,
chicken.
on the farm and the land, they do chase
You know
the
what
mice,
you-
the wild
You're
mice
probably
and
thinking
everything.
about a chicken hawk. That's what you think about. Regular chickens, they don't eat mice.
Oh, okay.
They don't, yeah.